we have given fraction and we have to rewrite this fraction to partial fractions. How we do this? We need to express a fraction as the sum of two or more fractions that are each simpler than the original. So first, always when you have to change the fraction to some partial fractions, first you have to check the power of numerator and denominator. In this example, we have in numerator x in first power. Always when we don't have anything is invisible 1, and in denominator we have x squared. So the power of numerator is less than power of denominator. Everything is okay. If you have power of numerator greater than denominator, first you have to do long division. But in this example, everything is okay. Next step, we have to factorize our denominator. In this example, we have quadratic function. So first, let me copy numerator. So we need to find two numbers which I multiply, and I will have -6. And when I add these two numbers, I will have coefficient before x. Coefficient before x is invisible 1. So it will be 3 and -2. So x plus 3 and x minus 2. Let's check. 3 times -2 give me -6, and 3 plus -2 is 1. So everything is okay. Next, every factor of our denominator will be denominator of our partial fractions. So we will have x plus 3, and the second partial fraction will be x minus 2. And now we have in the denominators linear factors. When we have linear factors, it means that in the numerators we need to have only constant. Let me put that this is a and b. Why? Because in the numerator we have to always have power lower than the power of the denominator. If we have here x in first power, so in the numerator will be x to 0 power. X to 0 power is just 1. So we don't have x in the numerators. So now our unknowns are a and b. Let me copy our example. We have 2x plus y over x plus 3 times x minus 2. This is equal a over x plus 3 plus b over x minus 2. So first we have to get rid of the numerators, so we will multiply always each side by the lowest common denominator, and always the lowest common denominator is the denominator of our original fraction. So we will have x plus 3 times x minus 2, the lowest common denominator, both sides. So the whole expression on the right side we have to multiply by x plus 3 times x minus 2. And now we see that x plus 3 and x plus 3 we can reduce, and x minus 2 with x minus 2. So on the left side we have only 2x plus 1. This is equal, and now every fraction we have to multiply by this whole expression. So we have a over x plus 3 times x plus 3 times x minus 2, and we have b over x minus 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 2. So we see that x plus 3 and x plus 3 we can reduce, and x minus 2 and x minus 2 because we have multiplication, so we can do this. And now what we will have? On the left side we have 2x plus 1, this is equal, and on the right side will be a times x minus 2 plus b times x plus 3. Now we have to solve this equation for a and b. A and b are our unknowns. We need to find a and b to write our fraction into partial fractions, to sum of partial fractions. So the easiest way always when we have linear factors to do substitution. When we substitute x by 2, this whole term, first term, will reduce, and when we substitute x by -3, the second term will reduce. So let's do this. First, x will be 2. So now each x we have to substitute by 2. So we have 2 times 2 plus 1, and this is equal a times 2 minus 2 in parentheses plus b, and now will be 2 plus 3 in parentheses. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 will be 5. So let me copy one more time this. And a times 0 will be plus b times 5. So 4 plus 1 is 5. This is equal, a times 0 is 0, you don't have to write, so on the right side we have only b times 5. To find b, we need to now do division because we have multiplication, so we will divide both sides by 5. 5 and 5 we can reduce, so we have that b is equal, 5 divided by 5 is 1. We found b, now we need to find a. Like I said, we will substitute now x by -3, so the b will reduce. So for x equals -3, what will be? Again, to our equation, we have to substitute each x by -3. So we have 2 times -3 plus 1. This is equal a times -3 minus 2 plus b -3 plus 3 in parentheses. So we have -3 times 2 will be -6 plus 1, so will be -5. This is equal a times -2 -3, so will be -5. b will be times 0, so this is 0, we don't have to write. So now, because we have multiplication, we need to find a, so I will divide both sides by -5. So -5 and -5 we can cancel out, and we have that a is equal, -5 divided by -5 is 1. So we found b and a, so now we can come back to our original fraction. Let me copy this. We have 2x plus 1 over x squared plus x minus 6. This is equal, and now we can substitute a and b, and we have sum of two partial fractions. So we will have a is 1 over x plus 3 plus b is 1 over x minus 2. This is my solution. If you add these two partial fractions, you will get exactly what we have on the left side.